Hello, hello, hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube. Rich Gen X elsewhere. And it is time for us to return to Broken Sword. Shadow of the Templars. And, we gotta really do our best here. What? Wait a minute. This is not what I did. I gotta restore the game. 'Cause we got to this guy here. Alright. So, we made it this far. And now we have this guy. Who's this guy? Anyhow. Paris vacation. Okay, well let's go to let's go to this guy here, see what's going on here. Here's our workman, huh? Uh-oh.
Please, hold it right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Mou. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
Okay.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that,
Yeah.
monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Mou?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
God, that guy's nuts.
Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Yeah.
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Okay.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yeah, actually I did see him enter the cafe.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Mou?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well.
Oh, boy.
Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Yeah, something
Thanks.
tells me George
That is
is...
all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Uh-oh. So... Ah, there we go. So now we have... This one... We know who she is. We were playing as her earlier. Assassin... Oh my... Oh.
I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah Eddin, 1345. The column was devoted exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. The leading article The column was devoted exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman. The big story was about the brutal murder. The guy oozed. The guy. I noticed the right. It read Salah Eddin. The leading article referred to the.
I guess that's everything. But there's Nicole.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi. My name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation in Paris. Some vacation, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nicole from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account, minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
Wow.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy is weird.
Yeah. How did Plantard get your name?
Yeah.
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Well, somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
Yeah.
I don't.
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
Yeah.
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Sweet. We got her phone
Here's
number.
my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Of course.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Interesting. Alright. So now, we are getting this guy involved. Oh, boy. Alright, well, let's talk to this guy, see if he knew anything or seen anything.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Well, let's ask him about
Did
the
you
top.
see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They
Very
really
true.
bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Pah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tcha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Oh.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Okay. Well.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful. It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Okay. Well, let's see what's over here now.
The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nicole and what she could tell me about the explosion. The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Yep, that worked.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Alright, well. Let's go into the sewer. Wait, is that? Damn,
When I
it's...
picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Well, son of a bitch. No wonder he's dressed as a clown. Easy costume.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
I think I hear a rat, too. This here, a cloth.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Of course.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Terrorists. The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day they opened that tunnel was a bad day for France, I tell you.
He's talking about the tunnel.
If I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The café? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful.
Yeah.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Huh.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No.
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! You need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Okay.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Oh boy. Well, let's talk more about this stuff.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no! He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Yeah.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Yep.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Yeah.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Jacket.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Oh.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Yeah.
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert.
Nice.
I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
All right.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Oh!
The crowd had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
Yeah. Alright, let's click on this phone.
Hello, Nicole.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
All right. So what we got here? Planted explosive results. Okay. All right. Oh, what's this lady here? Let's.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous. I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Wow, that's interesting. Café. Okay, yes. What we got? Carcon and the root. Okay. So here we are. Okay. Oh dear.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
Yeah, let's see if you know something, buddy.
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan.
Ah.
Brothers should look after each other, he used to say.
Oh, yeah.
He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
Oh.
The police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
I didn't get all these.
Oops, stupid thing.
What's this?
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
Interesting.
Behind the table were some damaged pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track.
Oh, yay.
On the pouch, inside the pouch were two items. A strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Oh, boy.
The artifact had a sword laid across scales, the scales of justice. I wondered if this connected to the room at the quayside.
Okay.
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Okay. Alright, so we got another message to decode. So if I'm gonna guess anything, it's gonna be that this is the first is since this man's name is Plantard, this could mean a lot. Alright, so we have Plantard. Pierre. I think it's a warning message. Or to pass on, killed. So obviously this one he is saying about a murderer. see, where's that symbol? There it is. Murderer. So that looks like it's going to be an S. Must have. I guess that's going to be have there. Yeah, looks like it's going to be have. Must have. Okay, so that's going to be an O. That symbol there. So followed. So there's this followed trail from the Arno and it will come for us now. We must. I'm gonna guess that's gonna be B. That's gonna be a G. Wait, there. Oh, that's Yamada.
Plantard. Pierre Kill. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
All right. Well, now we have the story.
Hey, what about my photos?
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera. Oh, I forgot. It broke.
Alors, they should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough. And found the evidence the police had missed.
Yeah.
Hello?
There is one more thing I can talk about, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't talk.
Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
Okay. All right.
Au revoir. The strange metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch had pointed back to the quayside.
Oh, an hour later. Okay. Okay.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. The artifact was like an old printer's block, covered in symbols. The shell case had... A round slot precisely carved into the stonework.
Yeah, we know.
A safe key. The artifact...
We gotta go back in there.
Lady Justice stared out from a stone door, which was locked and reinforced with steel bands.
Mm-hmm.
A slot next to the safe door. All I had to do was find something to fit into it. It was like being back in kindergarten. All I needed now was a shape that would fit the slot.
I think we got one.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too.
Mm-hmm.
A photograph had been torn up. If I could just arrange the pieces.
Hmm. No. Those fit. Ah. Oh. Or goes elsewhere. Let's see. What about this one? This one. That one fit. That one fits. Just go right. Yeah, that goes right there. Ah, we found the bottom. So that's a... This is actually falling into place quite easily, you know? Not perfect matchup, but it's matching up.
Oh my God. It can't be. There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
Oh my God.
Papa? Oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Crachon while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it. I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
Well... Okay, so later that afternoon. Okay, and I think this is a good place to call it an episode. Because we've made some awesome progress here. So, before we... So let me save the game here. And then next time around, we will continue this from this point. If you made it this far, please put in the comments, café. Well, no, put in the comments that someone was hiding something. And next time around, we'll help George here speak with Nicole, and the two will work together to find the solution on why these people are targeted by the costume killer. Why is she also? What is her links to this? Hopefully we find more answers. However, until then, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X Elsewhere. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and check out all the other videos that premiere on the channel. They premiere every day at 3 p.m. in a 2-week cycle, where besides this, I am working through other games and franchises. I'm working my way through Grim Fandango, working my way through, well, I finished the Shantae series, so I'll be starting a short game there called Dagon. I do runs through the game of Monstrum. I'm working my way through Aquaria. Working my way through the Leisure Suit Larry franchise, currently on What Dreams Don't Dry. Working my way through the Doom franchise, following Doom Guy / Doomslayer, currently on Doom Eternal. And I'm also working my way through Evil Within franchise, currently on the first game of that, and a bunch of others that premiere at 3 p.m. Also, I have stuff premiering at 10 a.m. Sundays, until it's done, Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered. Mondays, nothing right now. Tuesday, Fic readings. Wednesday, one of the first 7 Final Fantasies, first 3 Final Fantasy Legends, or Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. Thursday, usually reserved for Dead by Daylight. Friday, usually a fighting game, ladder, or story mode. And Saturday is usually for a retrospective of a game or series I've beaten the story mode on. So, until next time, I'd like you all to take care and have fun. Bye all!